What's happening, guys? Matt and Ryan here, DFS 5-Pack, ready to talk a little NBA DFS for Thursday, the 30th of January already. And for those of y'all not having a great January, it's almost over. We normally stick with sports on this one, but I wanted to bring something up, just kind of off the subject of sports for a little bit. If I can get one of you guys to get up and go to the gym or go work out today, like a lot of people out there, I definitely have my ups and downs when it comes to working out. Like I'm really good for 3 months, and then I literally don't step in my foot in the gym for like 6 months or something like that. So I've been back at it the last couple of weeks feeling real good. So if I can get one of you guys to do the same thing, it'll be a happy day for me because I've had my struggles in that area like a lot of you guys.
Yeah. Let's get it, man. I'm all about going to the gym. Went yesterday, went Tuesday. So let's get it. Get out there, get in there. Definitely make you feel better.
All right, so we didn't get the 100 thumbs up yesterday. We got 99, good enough. Tomorrow, because we don't love this slate, we'll do members only, free to the public. Stay tuned, it will be up there. And the best deal one of the best deals we've had offered for a real long time, the 5-pack deal of the day. Lifetime memberships are $400. What you get with a lifetime membership is baseball, basketball, football, all the videos, all the write-ups, permanently, no future payments ever. Reach out to Ryan Monks or any of our customers if you want to know what you get out of something like this. We will take 2 members today, and today alone, at $275. I haven't dropped the price below $300 in years for anybody, but we will take 2 new lifetime customers today at the lowest it's been in forever. $275, no future payments. You can sign up through the website and get a reimbursement, or if you want to pay straight through PayPal, there is the PayPal address. And if you pay, friends and family, if you pay through PayPal, it's always appreciated.
Yeah, and this is going to go quick because I know people have been thinking about getting it, and this is just amazing. So hop on in.
All right, guys. So let's talk about, for me, the best game on the night on paper at the very minimum is going to be Charlotte versus Washington. You saw what teams can do against Washington the other day. A Giannis-less Bucks scored 7,000 points against them. Chris Middleton went off. They're just, they've had some better moments. They're just not very good at defense. They play with all pace, and they can score enough to kind of keep you rolling. So I am looking at Miles Bridges tonight of the Charlotte Hornets. Now, you and I, on our members-only video the other day, we talked him through in great detail. And I know you pivoted off of DiVincenzo once to him, and then DiVincenzo's late couple of threes, changed it up a little bit. But we had both been looking at Miles Bridges real closely. He had been in an awful shooting slump. He had been 8 of his previous 37 over the contest before that. Shot, I believe, 6 of 10 last game. So he should come into tonight feeling very confident. Not to mention his highest career point total, at least this year, I believe for his career, came earlier this year against the Washington Wizards when he scored 31 real-life points. He's averaging 36.5 DK points against Washington this year in 2 games. He's very affordable. My boy Devontae Graham is just not looking like himself lately, so it's an opportunity for another guy from Charlotte to kind of take the reins tonight. And I like younger players that have reasons to be confident because young men, a lot of you guys have been younger, now you're older, you just have a little bit more inconsistencies as you learn to kind of develop that man's game. I look for him to be confident tonight.
I would say it's a safe assumption that everyone has been younger and gotten older at some point.
Yeah, but it's developed maturity.
Well, yeah, I mean, I still haven't done that yet. So, yeah, I'm with you, man. I love the confidence he's got to come in to this game feeling because, like you mentioned, he had the best game of his career in this same spot this season. So why wouldn't he be feeling good coming into tonight? I've heard that a bunch this year with announcers talking about how, I randomly heard it with JJ Redick when he played Phoenix, that he had a monster game against Phoenix earlier in the year. And then when they played them again, he was like licking his chops to get back out there. I'm sure Bridges is much in the same mold tonight. We're both Bridges fans, so I can definitely get on board. A guy I was 100% looking at because we talked about this a little bit, but this slate does not have a ton of guys I'm like rushing to roster. This game is a game I want exposure to, and Bridges is a really nice piece of Charlotte without breaking the bank.
It's a great game from a 30,000-foot view. The individual pieces are harder to roster, but on a night where there's not a lot of quote-unquote smash spots, it just isn't. This game is full of them. The problem, then I know you mentioned this, I forget the game we were talking about the other day. One of the problems is these teams aren't good, and sometimes bad teams just don't show up. You saw it when Charlotte played New York the other day. 2 bad basketball teams. I think the total was very, very low. missed the
Oh,
projected total by 40 or 50 points, I think. Sometimes bad teams don't show up. That all being said, I want exposure to this game, and he feels relatively safe.
for sure. I believe that game was the Atlanta Wizards game, which also ended up like having a massive total. The only difference here in this game is that Charlotte actually plays at a slower pace. They suck and their D is bad,
Yep.
but I don't look at it like as the Atlanta spot. We'll get into more members.
No, I mean, Atlanta, Washington's like the dream matchup
Yeah.
right there. I mean, that's the thing that you have wet dreams about at night.
I do.
All right, Kevin Porter Jr. of your Cleveland Cavaliers. I know you said there wasn't a lot of guys you love on this slate, and it's possible that better value comes out than Bridges and Porter, but early in the day, as far as 4K guys go, I think my key thing with Porter is, unlike a lot of bad players who get run because they're cheap, like he's at least good and aggressive.
Yeah, exactly. He's young. He's missed some time, but he's come back and looked really good, really aggressive. This is a guy that you kind of got me on earlier in the year. I'm a big Porter fan. I think he's, arguably the top Cav, the best young piece of the Cavs for future value. I really am buying what he's selling. Again, in any type of game situation, I think he gets big time run. I'm not going to be shocked if Cleveland keeps this game close in Cleveland. I'm also not going to be shocked if Toronto rolls because they're a lot better than Cleveland. Porter should play good run regardless. You kind of like him more in a blowout because, the defense will be lax. But also, if this game is a bit competitive, I won't be surprised if a lot of that is because of Porter. So, I don't know. What's your take?
So the first one, and you just kind of hit on it, like what happens in this game. I'm not surprised either way either. With the game in Cleveland, you definitely give him a better chance of keeping this game close and competitive. He sees run in any game script, but very similar to like the DiVincenzo three-pointers you brought up the other day at the end of the game. Porter, to me, having watched him a couple times, when the game's not really competitive, he's still out there trying to get his shot up. He's a young guy. He wants to put the biscuit in the basket. He's good at that. He just needs kind of the encouragement to go out there and do it. And when you're down by 20, he's the guy who's like, well, screw it. I'm just going to keep going to the hoop.
Mm-hmm.
So I get that one for sure. All right, next up, I want to go back to Charlotte-Washington game and talk about Thomas Bryant right here. So
I just have to say that two guys that, Bridges and Bryant were like the two runners up for me today.
Okay. So Bryant's been back for 8 games now after missing, I don't know, what was it, a month and a half with a pretty serious injury. Obviously, if you're out for a month, it's nothing small. He had been limited to like 15 to 20 minutes per game, and it obviously killed his production, which also lowered his price. They let him run full last time out against Milwaukee. He had a monster game. He played 32 minutes. I like the big DFS score, but the key number to me is 32 minutes. And then you have to ask yourself, is it for sure that he's going to play big minutes again? No, I can't sit here and tell you it's for sure. But if you're the Washington Wizards and you're going nowhere fast, who are you looking at to develop? The 22-year-old Thomas Bryant with a lot of potential, or Jan Mahimi, who's I'm a lot older, who's 32 years old. And for all you know, Mahimi might be on a different team, come trade deadline or something like that. Like, I think Bryant's back. I cannot tell you that for sure. We know Charlotte has been destroyed by bigs all season long. I think Bryant had a 2010 game against them earlier this year, if I remember correctly. So he is a guy that I have a lot of interest in. I like a center at the power forward position. I am not 100% certain he'll play bigger minutes again, but I'm confident enough that I'm going to play his estimate.
Yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with Mahimi though. He's obvious. Mahimi's trash. He's not even going to play. He wasn't even playing at the beginning of the year. It's just about if Bryant is ready to handle big minutes on a consistent basis. That's what we don't know. It appears that he is because he played 32 last time out. He's in a crush spot against Charlotte, insert big men against the Hornets here. Was firmly on my short list. I almost brought him up when we talked about Bridges. That's how much I almost regretted not bringing him up to you. So, yeah, I'm all about it here. Lock in and move on for me.
I feel good that he'll see his minutes, right? It's not going to go back to the 15, 20. Why would it?
Well, I feel Mahimi's not going to steal minutes. It's just whether Bryant is healthy, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I don't think they would play him that many minutes last game in a blowout, really, because Milwaukee was rolling the whole game unless they felt comfortable about his minutes. Yeah, I don't think that they're going to revert back to the minutes limit that they'd had him on and look at guys even like Pazinix or stuff like that, right? Bryant's the guy.
Yeah, and I remember you saying you couldn't catch a lot of this game. I watched a lot of this game, and he was aggressive, man, like talking on the court. Like, he looked good. So I'm with you 100% on this one.
All right. Next up is Donovan Mitchell. So I'm rarely going to look at dudes on a back-to-back in Denver. I will say the price point for Mitchell, it's cheap. He's priced to face a full-strength Denver team, but
Yeah.
they're still without Murray and Millsap. Their team defense has not been as good. And also for him, like, Utah's lost back-to-back games, and this is kind of a time for your stud to try to take over.
Exactly, man. You know why I like him here. I figured that I'd probably like him a bit more than you. But at that price, it's hard for even like you not to at least look at him here because number one, he's really good and he's cheap for just who he is. So he's priced to exactly my main point. He's priced to face a full strength Denver team. They're just not close to full strength. They're missing a ton inside with Millsap and Plumlee. Also, no Jamal Murray, who's like a main cog in their offense. Mitchell's been really good against Denver, 60 plus in 2 of his past 3 against them. He's playing well right now. I love the point Utah on back-to-back losses. So you're not going to see them like not give a full effort even in a back-to-back in a tough spot in Denver. This is a Western rival for them. I think this is a competitive game. Utah or Denver has not been great against backcourt guys since Murray went down. I like Mitchell a lot here. He's way too cheap. Give me all the Mitchell.
Also, we're not riddled with big money studs that we have to roster today. Like, obviously, you start looking at Atlanta, right? And you look at about like Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. But the problem is like now Simmons is still almost 9K. And Embiid played decent minutes, but not enough that I feel confident paying, 9.3 or something like that for him. So where else is your money going to go today? Like you're going to be able, maybe you don't want to pay 7,200 for Mitchell, but you'd pay 68. Okay, you can overspend a couple dollars if that's what you feel like today, because it's not like you're trying to get a Giannis or a Harden or a Westbrook or even a Damian Lillard right now in your lineup.
And also, like, he was 8K yesterday in San Antonio. Obviously a better spot, but man, he's like over 10% of his salary's off, and he's playing well. Like, he's just too cheap. You don't have to play him here, I don't think, because of the spot, but I love him here.
All right, guys, that is what we got for you today. We will do a members only free to the public tomorrow. First come, first serve on those 2 lifetime memberships. It'll probably won't be this cheap for as long as I can remember going forward. So have a great day, and we will see you in a little while. Talk drafters and other things.
Thanks, guys.